$12,000 in 30 days selling t-shirts to a bunch of gym guys that are probably just a little bit stronger than me. But no jokes aside, I'm going to break down in this video the ads we're running for one of our e-commerce clients. That is a gym apparel company, pretty niche brand, actually super cool stuff. I actually just purchased some sweatpants from them, so that's gonna be cool. It's a really cool owner, honestly, really cool team behind them. Probably couldn't have done a lot of this without their graphic design and photography knowledge because they killed it. They crushed it on the ad creatives that we requested. I'm not too sure I'm able to show all the creatives in this video, but I'm gonna show you guys some behind the scenes stuff of the ad account, what we did, what we changed, and really just break down how this client turned $1,700 to $12,000 in the month of November to December, 30-day period. And actually, while I'm here, let me just show you the account right now. All right, so you can see here, we're looking at a 30-day period, and you can see right here at the bottom, $12,349 off of $1,700 spent, which gives you a ROAS of 690%, right? So they generated $12,000 off of that $1,700 figure you see there. And if I change the time period to the last 14 days, you'll actually notice a majority of those sales, probably 70% or $8,000 in revenue, came from the most recent changes we made in their ad creatives just 2 weeks ago, right before the holiday rush. This is a pretty niche clothing brand. They've never ran any ads whatsoever before. They've never even ran TikTok ads, but all their sales before coming to us, were from TikTok. So, I mean, you can probably already imagine, right? They built up a pretty good cult following and audience on TikTok. They have a really good brand, probably like 50, maybe 100,000 followers, I think. And they've got all their sales organically through their organic content, social media, story posting on Instagram, that sort of thing. But they're looking to take it to the next level, and they know they can absolutely capture new audience through just simple retargeting, or maybe even like competitor conquesting or lookalike audiences, and just finding new customers and maybe even existing customers of other brands, introduce them to their brand. That's exactly what we did, right? We had a top of funnel campaign, we had a middle of funnel and a bottom of funnel campaign. Nothing crazy. Obviously, there was some sales going on at the time, right? They had a new drop, Christmas, Black Friday. So there was a lot going on all at once in this 30-day period that we're going to break down, right? We ran some sales. We advertised their new drop, their new sweatpants, their new hoodie, Christmas sale, Black Friday sale, Thanksgiving. It was crazy, but they crushed it for the first 30 days. And they only spent $1,700. We're hoping in January we can spend what their budget was, $2,000 this month. We want to make it $3,000 and then keep going up, up, and up. And I think in February, we're probably going to start actually running TikTok ads for them as well. Right now, we're only on Meta. Might even push some YouTube short content or YouTube short ads. Not really a big fan of Google ads for this type of e-commerce, this niche, especially in like a genre like gym, right? That's so competitive. But YouTube shorts, short form content, audience building, all those platforms, they work so incredibly well. As you saw, Meta crushed it, generating them $12,000 over 30 days. So you can see here, we got some ad sets. Only these top 3 served. You can ignore all the other ones. Those are really old. I think they ran those previously, or we never even ran those. I think we set those up and they didn't gain traction. But these 3 were pretty self-explanatory. Advantage shopping is kind of goated, right? I mean, this gives you a lot of shopping options and lets people buy directly in the Meta platform itself. Take a look over here. You can see the breakdown of each ad set. It's ROAS, right? Obviously, this one absolutely crushed it and kind of carried the account here, right? 11x ROAS. That's one we're going to be scaling a lot more into this month. You can see the actual conversion value breakdown. And keep in mind, this is still that 14-day period we're looking at. So you can kind of just see all of it broken down here in a nutshell. And then, of course, the actual ad set. We did have some retargeting going on, some lookalikes, some IG-specific ads, some social engaged, meaning like their TikTok, their Meta audiences, advantage shopping, competitors, similar audiences. We even helped them out a little bit and did some like CRO, which we don't typically do for e-commerce, as we're still kind of getting our foot wet in there. But they had like a weird website set up initially. They kind of had one of those like cool, badass clothing websites where it's like this crazy video when you open the website and all this stuff happens. But because of that, it was really weird in the fact that you'd go to the homepage and then you click like enter and it would take you to another homepage, and then you had to click like another button or page to go to the actual collection to where you could then select the product. It was like 3 gates before you could actually go see their product and catalog. And I was like, the graphics are cool, dude, but like this is 100% dropping off your conversion rate. Because like in Google Analytics, you can see like the funnel breakdown of like page by page, like 100% of users made it to the first page. drop off, bounce rate, drop off before they actually even made it to the real product page. So we're like, yeah, let's just wipe that clean. You can have like your fancy initial video, but then once they click enter, they should be taken straight to like the best sellers or all catalog page. And then obviously a lot of their previous ads were actually running to the homepage. So I mean, you got to imagine that, right? You click on an ad for this cool shirt, right? You see like a specific product or a specific shirt, takes you to the homepage. You're like, what the hell? Where's the shirt, right? And when you click on an ad for a specific product, you expect to be taken to that specific product so you can just purchase it. So you can imagine the frustration and low conversion rate when you're advertising this green hoodie and you get taken to the homepage. Great, so now you gotta click 3 buttons to go to the catalog page, and you gotta spend like 20 minutes shifting through like 200, different pieces of product just to find this one green hoodie you clicked an ad on, and by then you probably give up and you're on to the next ad as you're doing your little doom scrolling, right? So obviously those were some like lightweight example fixes of changes we made where we're like, no, we're going to use advantage shopping campaigns. And if we are advertising any specific catalogs or bestsellers or new drops, we're going to take them to that specific page, not the home page where they're going to get lost and confused, right? So a lot of this time, I always tell people it's 50% your ad and then 50% your website and landing page, right? You can have the perfect audience, the perfect customer, you can have them ready to buy, but if your website or your funnel doesn't help them convert or get them to their end goal, they're not going to purchase, right? I mean, perfect example. I want this green hoodie. I click the ad. I get taken to the home page. Great. Now as a consumer, I got to spend 15 minutes trying to find this green hoodie. It's just not going to convert. They're going to drop off and not purchase when really it was as simple as just taking your ad URL and putting it to the proper catalog page or the perfect product page, right? So there's a lot going on. This has been a pretty awesome case study though. This is only our first 30 days with them, so I'm really looking forward to kind of scaling them up. And I'm probably going to continuously post updates probably once a month with this specific client and maybe a couple other within our e-commerce, because a lot of our e-commerce clients are starting to scale their spend. We're kind of catching a lot early on, meaning we're getting these e-commerce clients when they're still early, spending only a couple thousand or only a couple 10,000. And then as we get 4, 5, 6, 7 ROAS, maybe they'll double their budget, add 50%, and you can kind of see the process of how we scale and grow these e-commerce accounts. If you guys have any specific questions about running ads for e-commerce, creatives, or just anything at all that you want to see broken down in a video, comment it below and I'll try to make a video on it this week. Thank you.